Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Sybil. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far, or evening if that's the time of the day when you're watching this video. But I have tried to make this video and I keep getting text messages and my phone just rang. So I'm restarting again and I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible because I have some men coming over to our house to install some new gutters. And once they're here, there's no way I'll be able to make a video with all the hammering and banging going on outside. So I've made some Thanksgiving cards and I have the products that I've used under each of the cards. But before I go into details of each of the cards, what I use, I want to say that I'm going to try to do this as quick as possible. And if I go too fast or share a product too fast, you can always pause the video and look. And I hope that if you enjoy this video, you will give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, I really hope that you will hit the subscribe button. So I want to say a big thank you to all and welcome to all my new subscribers. I am so happy that you have come over to my channel and subscribed. I really appreciate that, and a really big thank you to all my regular subbies. I love you guys so much. Okay, so for 3 of the cards, I did use my Copic markers. On one of the cards I did no line coloring, and I actually took some pictures, and I will share those real quick when I get to that card of what the process looked like. And then I also used on those same 3 cards my Jelly Roll pen in white. On the flowers on one of the cards I made little white dots, and then on 2 of the other cards I created some faux stitching details. Now on all of the cards I used my alcohol ink background paper that I had shared with you guys in a couple of videos. I shared that I used both photo paper for some of them and Yupo paper. And then I also shared that I was using either Ranger alcohol inks or my Copic marker refills. And I think that's what this is a Copic marker refill. And then I shared that I put some foil on some of the pieces. And so that, what you're seeing right now, that is the foil up here, 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 and here, and here. Now when I turn this, it's going to show a lot of shimmer through the veins of this piece, and that is from the Pinata Brass alcohol ink. So watch the difference here. See that? That's not the foil. That is the Pinata Brass. Isn't it beautiful? And so it does show up when the light hits it. Otherwise, you just see the foil when you hold it still. All right, so I also used Distress Oxide ink on 2 of the cards. And I used my new Tailored Expressions blending brushes, and I love them because they're color-coded. So I'm going to start with these cards over here. I used a couple of stamps from the Gina K Designs, a couple of the sentiment stamps, and then I embossed those with Frantage Gold embossing powder. I used the Leafy Wreath Collage die set, or die I should say, from Poppy Stamps. And then from Paper Tray Ink, Sentiment Staples Thanksgiving. And so here are those cards, and they are pretty much the same, and except for this one, I did fill in all of those little itty bitty pieces with those, with the background. So what I did is I took one of the alcohol ink backgrounds, I put the die on it, cut it out, and then all the little pieces, and then I cut it out again on white paper, and then I filled, so I inlaid all those pieces with those little leaves that I die cut. And it really looks like autumn leaves, all the colors So that was real fun. I purposely did a background with brown and yellow and gold and orange and red, just like, you know, the autumn leaf colors. So, and it says Thanksgiving blessings. And on the inside I put some paper. I added another leaf there that I cut out. And it says, Happy Thanksgiving, may you be blessed today and always. And all the cards are hand stamped they're stamped with my personalized stamp. That's what I meant to say. Here's the other one. The only difference with this is those little itty bitty leaves there. I did not fill those in. I just used some Spectrum Noir sparkle pens so they have a shimmer to them. Now the alcohol inked leaves, they have that brass that shimmers when the light catches it. And it says thankful, grateful, blessed. And more paper on the inside and this little paper here. And it says the same sentiment, except I put the Happy Thanksgiving on the bottom, added a pumpkin and a couple more leaves. So there's those two. And then these two I just finished yesterday and the day before. This was the first one that I made. Let me share first what I used. This beautiful stamp set from the Greetery called Harvest Home. And I also purchased the coordinating die set with it. So it's two-step stamping. It's got two big leaves in here. And the die set will cut, you get the dies to cut the two different leaves, the halves. And you get a large leaf die, so it'll cut out the whole leaf as well. And then there's the house and the barns, and those are three-step stamping. And I used some little enamel dots from Waffle Flower. The sentiment that you see on the front of the card is from Hello Bluebird. And I wish they labeled their dies, but they don't. But it's grateful, thankful, and then it says for you. I use this dynamic snowdrift die to create a hilly border, and then I put that down on my paper and used my blending brush to create a grassy background. And then I used the stencil, the large cloud stencil from MFT, to create the sky background. So here's the first one, and yep, more of that alcohol inked background. There you can see the pretty little wavy background that I made. And then there's those little enamel dots. And then there's the sky. And if I hold it up, I hope you can see. You can see better on the other one, the faux stitching with the gel pen. It says grateful for you. I offset the foil from the white because I wanted it to look like it had a shadow to it. And I didn't add the white background on the for you. So there is the barn. I used Copic markers and oxide inks. And then I cut out the leaf. So it's actually two pieces of the leaf, and then you see the white background, that's the whole leaf. So I just glued that on top of that. I cut out the die. I used the die to cut out the fence and the windmill and the barn. And then I just left it blank inside and added a leaf there. And then this one is the same thing, except that I used bolder colors because my leaf was red. And you can see the faux stitching because I used the darker, I used Stormy Sky, I think, for this one. Or maybe it was a different one even, to bring out the, sky to make it darker. And then I used blue glitter paper for the thankful. And then I stacked that up several times, adhered all the layers together, and then it says for you. And it's the same on the inside. So there are those two cards. And then my last card, which is probably my favorite. I love how this card turned out. So let me share with you first. The sentiment on the inside of the card is from Paper Tray Ink's Gratitude stamp set. I do have the coordinating die, but I didn't use that. I used the Give die. It says Give Thanks, but I only used the word Give, and this is from Penny Black. This is from CC Designs, and I apologize, I don't know the name of this die set, but it has the word Autumn Thanks, and I used the word thanks. And this is what I used for that pumpkin and all the little flowers and the leaves, is this die set, Fall Bouquet from Honeybee Stamps. I cut out the pumpkin with Copic Express It paper, there we go. And then I did no line coloring on that. And meaning that it wasn't inked. You know, there was no ink to show me the lines. Now the pumpkin has the little lines when you die cut it, but there's no other lines on there. So there was no black ink. And I wanted to show you really quick the process. So here it is when I first started it. Sorry for that glare. So I colored it with a R02 and colored the whole thing. And you can still see the background. I didn't color the so-called inside of the pumpkin because I knew I was going to cover it up with leaves. And there, it gets a little bit darker because I'm adding more shading. And there you can see the markers that I used. And then I also, for the very first time, added colored pencils from 3 different polychromos pencils to fill in. So it was super fun. And then I popped up all these flowers. I layered the flowers, I cut out 2, and then I either used my Copic markers on them or oxide ink. Some of them have the alcohol inked background, you know, that I die cut. So really, really pretty, and I popped them up. And then on the inside, it says, "A life of gratitude begins with a thankful heart." I even used the itty bitty acorn dies that come with that set, and then the leaf there. So those are my cards. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had plans to share with you some happy mail, but I don't think I'm going to have time because the guys doing the gutters, they're here right now. So thank you all for watching. God bless. Have a fabulous day, and I will be back maybe later tonight or tomorrow to do another video. Bye for now.